helping you invest in yourself so we can invest in the future. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure the bell notification is lit. You guys do not want to miss out on any future updates. Let's go ahead and get this live stream started. We're doing another one from OBS, everybody. It should be streaming on multiple platforms. This is another episode of Show Me Your Gems. Anybody's welcome. I'm losing count, 188 episodes, really more than that. Sometimes the title got mixed up. Sometimes we got on different streams. Oh yeah, what is that? Oh yeah, you guys noticed that. Right back with some more teasers for everybody. Make sure you guys tap in. Do not miss out. Some big things are happening, man. Things are moving in the right direction as far as building, as far as refining what we're doing, as far as XPX. And, we kind of suspected this. We talked about this. We said, hey, yesterday on the stream, there was probably a little bit more pullback going to be happening. So we have a little bit of that today. We have some people, hanging out. Let's see if everybody's pulling up. Let me see if I can get the chat going so I can read the chat. I'm trying to do it off of OBS, but maybe nobody's pulled up just yet. Could be that as well. So welcome in. If you guys are pulling up, let me see if we have some listeners. We got to see if we got some listeners in the chat. Yeah, we're live on Twitch. We're live on Kick. We're live on YouTube. We're live on X. So we're live on quite a few platforms, everybody. So yeah, there we go. I see the numbers climbing up now. I don't think the chat's working over here on OBS. Thank you, Furious Gamer. I appreciate it. There it goes. Now it's popping up. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Don't see. It's interesting, right? Every platform has its quirks. It's just that's how it is. Okay, there we go. Now they're working perfectly. I appreciate that very much. Coming in from X, so very cool. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you, Furious Gamer. Appreciate the whole XPX community. Everybody who pulled up to Gorilla Radio today. Ali, Uncle Cha, Blunt, Vector's higher. All the gorillas that were just pulling up no matter what the markets are doing, and that's what we got to continue to do. The diamond hands are here. Honestly, the markets are testing everybody, and I see people, getting shaken out and about. But if you're holding a serious project, everybody, just especially something like Feg Token, something like a smart DeFi project like XPX. You're getting paid to essentially hold and let the markets do what they got to do, let the traders do what they got to do. Great time to really get some great positions. Even Mubarak, that project that's been pumping and doing relatively well, now it's on a discount as well. Also on a discount. Also on a discount. What do you guys think about the hat? Nice little addition. I'm almost see-through on the stream, though. Very nice. AK, what's up, man? Saludos. Saludos. Welcome in, everybody. This is where we're at. People tuning in from X, from YouTube, from all over, everybody. How's the audio? Can you guys hear me pretty good? Got to make sure that's good also on this one. Definitely. So, we do got BTC pulling back, everybody. The markets are red. Every time they say the word tariffs, it gets scary. But that's why we keep pulling up. That's why we do guerrilla radio. That's why we have spaces. That's why you have staking. That's why you have these things to, essentially have something to hold on to while all this is happening to them. It's happening to everybody. Here goes BTC right here doing his thing. Definitely on a pullback. You guys see I'm looking at it on the 15-minute chart. Looking for it to have its beginning of its rally back up. We talked about it yesterday, how on the hourly it was most likely going to want to fill that gap. Remember over here we were talking about it yesterday. I said, hey, in the shorter time frames, it's looking okay because we were holding on to the 200, but there was a huge gap for us to, and it filled it and some. So that's why you guys want to be careful, but good time to be paying attention, see what's actually going on in this market. And although there's some red in the market, there's some opportunity. We're seeing this right here. This is something that I was looking at already on that Blofin account. I suggest you guys go use Blunt's link and support him doing his thing over there. That's what I'm using. Blofin's actually really good. And Blofin's pretty nice. I like what I'm doing over here. I like the way it's moving. It's moving fair. It feels good. The trades go through. The liquidity's there, and we're having an instance right now where we're actually seeing BTC kind of start to rally back up. It can only be on this dip for so long, right? It can only be on a dip for so long, and there'll be an opportunity to a trade. Where might it go to? Well, up here maybe. I could see that. There could be a trade right here for sure. There's something there. looking at the 15-minute chart, you can see how it's crossed over the 60. The 50 is one of my favorite. This one already had the 60 on there. I've just been using it. It's pretty solid as well. But you can see when we cross underneath that 60 moving average, started to pull back. Very, very similar to the 50. Um, but we're seeing some really, it can only do this for so long, or then it has another rally like this, right? Some consolidation, it has this crazy dip, and then some consolidation, breakout to the top or breakout to the bottom. Nonetheless, we'll address this right here, what everybody wants to talk about. On the daily, 200 definitely being tested. We broke underneath it. We're right on this volume profile, trying to hold support to this. On the weekly, looks better, right? Because we're bouncing right off the 50 on the weekly for BTC for sure. But on the 4 hour, this is where, obviously we got that sell pressure again because, although we were underneath this 200 forever and we had that downward trend nonstop underneath the 50, underneath the 200, this has just been a downward trend. When it broke above the 200, it couldn't sustain that. And it broke back underneath, filled this gap to the point of control right here. Now, if you look, it is bouncing on the 4 hour chart exactly on the point of control. Exactly on that. So, I mean, this volume profile has really helped me get some new sight into the market. And if you guys are trading the market by any means, definitely add the volume profile to this thing because it is extremely powerful. You'll almost find yourself, and shout out to Blunt, um, trading these gaps right here. It's almost like if you're doing this and you're really, really putting in the time and you're refining this thing, you will start to notice some really interesting things as far as these gaps right here with this volume profile and the point of control right here. And if you can accept that and wrap your mind around that, you can turn some trades pretty profitable. And that's essentially what I was looking at yesterday. When we were talking about it, it was trying to hold on to the 200. The overall market was bearish. So it looked like, and when we're not rallying past 90, it's almost going to be bearish. And we are already underneath the 50. We're doing our best. But when you have this thing twisting like this, popping like this, and, kind of curving like that, it's ready. We just had this. So it's not too hard to try to understand that we might have this now, this downward motion, which we are having. So here we go. I said it could fill that gap. It did. It came down to this exact spot where I suspected it could have went, right? Losing this, coming to this, but it went even lower. And this, if anybody was shorting this is what's called a runner, everybody, where it actually ran and gave you some decent, like gold chart. What's up, Rico? What's up, bro? What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you guys pulling in, everybody. Much love, respect. I know the markets are quiet. The Aerobud community. Welcome in, man. Much love as well, man. We got KFR pulling in. What's up, Jeff? Yeah, Jeff, you gotta remind me again. We might have Caspa play up tomorrow. I gotta send them a DM. You just reminded me. I need you guys to DM me specifically on my Telegram. Get your messages to the top. You guys gotta understand. I get messages from being a YouTuber. I get messages, and I'm not trying to. It's not a big deal, but there's a lot of messages that come in. Plus all the scammers that want to scam me. People find out they want to send me a bunch of marketing material. So that DM is crazy for what I want to bring up some more projects and like that these communities feel really good. Whether it's, the Aerobud community or whatever community wants to come up. I want to give you guys a floor to come up and actually feel good, get to chant and get your community to rally and understand that everything's okay. So we can all be on the same page, right? And I want to, whether it's the Aerobud community, whether it's some gorillas that want to come up, I want to bring some people up here so to let your community know that hey, your guys' voice is still being heard, not just within your guys' Telegram, but I want your guys' voice to be heard and broadcasted on YouTube and broadcasted on X. And today we're actually live on Twitch and we're live on Kick as well. So we're live on 4 platforms today, on multiple profiles. But I need you guys to do the other part for me, and that's like, comment, subscribe, grab this link, share it on your Facebook, share it somewhere. I don't care where you share it. Share the link, because I'm doing my best to enhance our possibilities and probabilities of catching new eyes on great projects like Feg Token, XPX, Aerobud, the KFR people, everybody that's coming together into space. So let's make this happen together, right? It takes a village, everybody. So on the 1 hour chart, um, yeah, we're in this downtrend, right? It filled that gap. Let's start going a little bit lower on BTC and see exactly what we got. There's some this basically is about over, and we're gonna be kind of incentivized to go up. Oh, that sounds nice. Um, we'll see what's gonna be going on completely. Looking at this 15-minute chart gets me excited because I'm suspecting that this downtrend is just about over. I'm not going to front run this. That's not what we're going to do, right? We're not going to front run this thing. I've learned my lesson with that. We're just going to see. Oh, nice hat. What? This whole thing? This whole thing, Saphir? Welcome in, everybody. What's up, broski? Much love. The IAI on BNB. Okay, we'll check everything out. There's a lot of plays popping off for sure. But right here on the 15-minute chart, we'll see how this continues to play out. If it can break past the 50, that's going to be a nice little trade possibly to here. Imagine a nice trade. You get a good signal and you ride Bitcoin on a long trade from right here to the point of control. That could happen. That's on the table. A little snap back, right? Like the hat. All right, we'll see what's up. Right now, on the higher time frames, we've talked about it multiple times, and we address this where this could be obviously something that we would have to address. We do see where this thing, if we lost this volume profile, we lose the 200 completely on the daily. There is a volume gap that could be filled right here, which a lot of times price does find itself over here. Now, is this completely bearish long term? Blunt said it could be bad in some markets, pretty bad, but I'm long term bullish on Bitcoin, everybody. I do not think this market's over. Could it be over? You guys let me know in the chat. Is it over, Saphir? Is it, Mikey, is the market over? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm ready to call the top. Maybe I'm being a little bit moon boy and I'm doing some confirmation buyers bias, but sometimes we can find a support right here. Bitcoin has done this before, and we'll see if it could do it again. If it could just hold up here and cross back towards the 50 on the daily, Bitcoin with all the news and everything that it has, it could have a lot more in it for sure. As far as BlackRock and all these things, all these institutions that are moving into Bitcoin, real estate, the gold market, every market's going to come into this. So there should be something on the table for us to have at least another rally. Hopefully, this is you know just the consolidation area for BTC, but we're gonna keep it real with you guys. If it starts to turn, and hey, we lose the volume profile and we blow past the previous lows, then that's what we're gonna see, right? If we go past these previous lows, okay, prior resistance becoming future support. That's just something that's gonna be have to gonna have to handle that, right? Gonna have to just accept that and be like, okay, I'm long term bullish, short term bearish right now because we got some things to prove, especially the 4 hour losing this, you know, 200 moving average. But now, hey, we're bouncing right off that point of control. We'll see how long we can hold that, right? We'll see if we bounce right back up, fill this gap back upwards, and get back over that 200 moving average. You'll see the market get pretty bullish all over again, just that fast. But the overall crypto market cap has pulled back. You know, you could feel it in the market. People are scared. A lot of money moving around, chasing things, and that's fine. That's what's going to happen. To each his own. That's why it's not financial advice. But long term, I am bullish on Bitcoin. There's going to be moments. Just like before, they said it would never get to 100. It wouldn't get to 1,000. It'll go to 10,000, but it won't ever do it again. It's gonna get there eventually, right? And I'm long term bullish on this idea of blockchain technology. I'm a long term investor. There's going to be short term periods where obviously the markets are a lot more bearish than bullish, but long term, this is what the market does. Man, if that stays in the downtrend, I'm thinking 69 or 68,000 Bitcoin. We could see that, right? Arrow nuts all the way. What's up, AD? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, my crypto fam. I know the markets are testing us for sure. Today we had Journey playing. So don't stop believing. I don't know. That came up. It was like it was just perfect. It was good. You just gotta know where you're at in the market. Play how what makes sense to you. You know, if you're a holder and you're gonna play that out in the short term, you're gonna trade it. Then trade it. If you're a long term holder, you're a long term holder. That's a decision that you have to make, and only you know how to make that decision, right? All right, let's get into some fun projects. Starting off with, Feg Token, of course, bringing them up right away, having some fun. We got Mubarak that we're going to talk about as well. Feg Token on an extreme discount. Overall market, man, overall SD, we're feeling our pullback as well as far as XPX. People moving stuff around. The markets are making people feel like this, but I'm letting you guys know, like, you're receiving rewards no matter what. This is exactly why we have staking. The staking is not only to make sense when the chart is going up, the staking is there to also make sense when the chart goes down. And a lot of times people think that we're actually going down, but that is also that BNB is pulling back. The market's pulling back. So it drags all of our market caps back. People, make it think that it's something bigger than what it is, but we're actually holding really strong. Now, at the end of the day, this volume is really good for us, but staking is it's a two-way street on staking. It's good for you when the markets are going up, and it protects you when the markets are going down. There's even an extra layer of protection when it comes to smart DeFi because there's asset backing, right? The baseline value of these projects gets stronger and stronger and stronger. We screwed for a little bit, sit back and find a way not to lose your mind of boredom. That's what it comes down to. The boredom is killing people. Like, just leave it there. If you're invested in a smart DeFi project, if you got something else and you feel like the roller coaster ride is too much for you, but it's different over here. This is a roller coaster ride with a fancy table. You're not getting thrown around everywhere. You got staking rewards to protect us. We're gonna get to go right back up, everybody. Okay. Right now, we need the DCA gang to step up for everybody. For all SD, for all of cryptocurrency and those solid communities. But we got Fed Token right here, $7.6 million market cap, pull back. Nonetheless, that happens. I heard from Uncle Cha that unfortunately somebody's wallet possibly got hacked. Everybody, that is such a man. It sucks. I want you guys to know that you got to be careful with these TG people. Do not get too curious when people post stuff. Look, I'm gonna be transparent with you guys. If you guys are part of XPX, everybody has a ghost account, right? And I've been DM'd, and I have an account in there on purpose because I've been DM'd from people that don't even know that that's my account to go chase another project and stuff like that. You have to be careful. These people don't have good intentions. I just go on my main account and I just kick them out anyways and stuff like that. But there are people who they don't even post anything. They'll send you a DM and are trying to pull you into another project. You guys got to be careful when it comes to Telegram. 100%, especially when you got a solid project like XPX, when you got a solid project like Feg Token, people are after you. They want a piece of that. Let's go over to the X account. This is where we got a lot of the good stuff going on, everybody. Um, let's talk about Fake Token. We had an amazing, amazing, amazing Guerrilla Radio today. I don't know if you guys liked it as much as I did. And if you're not sure what we're talking about, it is recorded. Check this out. Shout out to Fake Token reposted this, man. Much love, man. That's pretty cool. Very nice. I was talking off the main account today, but I didn't repost it, so somebody did. That's pretty epic. And Choking's out here representing for for XPX and for for everybody, for Smart T5 for everybody. TK is a true gem to the space, everybody. So to see them repost that is pretty cool. Support XPX. Feg Token does pay its servers with XPX Pay, so that's pretty cool. But I want to get into this. We're talking about Feg Token. We got some really cool things, right? This is like 4 years of building. This is some of the stuff we covered, but I want you guys who are possibly new, that you guys are listening to what we got going on right now. Smart DeFi XPX brings real utility, so undervalue. Total agree with you, Rico. Thank you, man. You know what? I seen one of your posts get reposted as well, too, bro. I seen one of your posts get reposted as well, too. Yep. I seen one of your posts. Let's go back over here. Let's go over here. I think I'd seen one of your posts too get reposted. I was like, oh, look at that. That's a XPX post got reposted. Let me scroll down. Oh, this is Dante right here. Yeah, look at this. This was one of your posts as well, right? This is pretty bullish. We'll get into these bullish posts right now. Let me cover some of this stuff, the nitty gritty, because these 4 years got to be highlighted, right? We got, the team's working nonstop. Even though the markets are boring and the markets are pulling back, and we see, overall spirits are down in the market, whatnot like that. But this team has been building nonstop for 4 years. I got to give them credit. XPX, me and the team, we got over 9 months, and you can feel it. This is it's a grind. You got to grind it out, and even during the downtime, they're coming out with some really nice stuff. So on the front end, they got the wallets now show both native and stablecoin balances. You got BTC price tracking added alongside the ETH and BNB. And in the back end stuff that nobody cares about, but it's also what makes it so smooth and so bullish. Faster, smarter data via the major data bank upgrade, server side LGE, um, the how they ping it and filtering equals smoother UX, upgrade staking token pair and pre-sale data handling, burn data now tracked UI coming soon, upcoming auto error scheduler to squash bugs before you even see them, everybody, which is cool. These servers, they are being paid through XPX, man. These server upgrades are amazing. I'm learning more and more about like how servers work and everything like that. So this team, 4 years in, amazing token launch pad. Tokens launching all of it. Successful launches. There's more successful launches coming, I'm sure. And still, that's not even enough for them. They're just making it better nonstop, everybody. So chart bug squashed. We got token categories launching soon for smarter navigation. I think this is something that is pretty cool when you come and look at it. You can understand now what these categories actually mean and what they mean to you. A balanced tokenomic structure, a meme coin tokenomic structure, high rewards tokenomic structure, and what that actually looks like. Whether you're launching a token or you're investing in a token in Smart DeFi, I think that's information that people should digest because maybe you're looking at something else and, heavy incubation. What does that look like? And these are people with 4 years of experience that are giving you like, hey, maybe that tokenomic structure will look like a 3.3 buy tax and a 7.5 sell tax, right? So it gives you all this information that to me, you're going to apply it one way or another. You're not leaving the space, everybody. So this is a simple version and advanced version. This is exactly what I used right here to launch XPX. It looked just like this thing right here. Now the colors are cool right now. They've upgraded the colors and whatnot like that. But this is exactly right here. I put XPX. You see one that I was playing with already. You guys are going to be looking for that one now. But I was just testing out the simple one when I was listening to RTR. So don't go crazy, everybody. He said, "How do I don't care? I trade gold just to buy more SD. Nice. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate the support. And Effect Token does as well, right? These people are still just knocking it out the park as far as building what we need: fewer bugs, faster performance, smarter tools, and they're just getting started. They say so. We're seeing a lot going on with this team, even when most people, because it's not incentivizing and maybe price don't go up right away, they don't want to do this stuff. But this is always being worked on. This is always being refined every single day, day in, day out. They're putting into work nonstop. So very cool. Oh, and let's go over this post right here because this was an XPX post that was reposted as well. Dante was on fire. He was in his rare form, everybody. That's what's going on. He was in his rare form. He said, when someone, oh, one second. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you guys can see it. It's just my screen. When someone treats a project as if it's their own, let me log back in so I can see that screen and see the chat over here. It had booted me, so the chat got reset. So when someone treats a project as if it's their own, it changes everything. It's no longer just a task to complete, it becomes a personal mission. This ownership mindset creates a much stronger level of commitment. You feel responsible for its success, And that drives you to give it to be your best. Isn't that true? When you really step up to the plate, when you take that initiative and you make it happen, you do feel that. And that's exactly how you're supposed to feel. You're supposed to summon that up, right? And make that happen. So we got Fake Token reposting that and even replying to Dante right here. So this is the power of like community doing these things and getting exposure. Like Dante, you kicked up this post, and anybody goes to your profile, let's see what we're doing. Um, and this is what it's all about. This is the hidden mile. So we couldn't agree with you more. When you treat a project like it's your own, it transcends the ordinary and becomes a true mission. That's deep. Personal commitment not only drives excellence, but it also brings out innovative solutions and unwavering dedication. It's inspiring to see such passion from our community in action. And this community, the Gorillas, the XPX, Volcano, the Molly token creeping back up on there, Smart Pie. Like, this is just a little test for all of us right here, but we are definitely pushing this. We got the Space Penguins doing their thing. Like, you know what? We'll just jump to the Space Penguins doing their thing. They're over here, even at their market cap, even whatever they're doing, they're out here chilling smart DeFi, making donations to animals, no matter what the market cap is at, no matter what's going on. And that's very powerful. And that's the power of the people. That is the power of the people all agreeing, like, hey, this is what we're going to do. And people stepping up, people that are really dedicated. It's not one person, it's lots of people coming together for that same vision, that same idea, and that same movement to become reality, everybody. Shout out to Blunt right here. Make sure you guys tap in with that and every Tuesday and Thursday. That's super important for sure. Said 4 years of guerrilla love. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Same here, man. That's why, to me, XPX is very personal. And I know it is for a lot of you guys as well. XPX is, and a lot of the other projects on there are a testament of Smart DeFi working. Why we invested in, why we invested into Feg Token in the first place. Why we were so happy last year when Smart DeFi was going to come out, right? So we need those clarifications, those things to happen, and we have them. We have these projects that prove them. Molly hit, I think, a all-time high of 6 point something $1 million market cap. I've seen Volcano go and make it to several events. I've seen Volcano, get good reach into India. We got all types of projects doing all types of great things, and that is all stemming from this great project, Fect Token, right here, everybody. So come over here to smartdefi.com, everybody. Come show all the projects love. This is, I mean, not financial advice, right? I have to say that, but one of the best times to really look and dig deep into these projects and possibly find an entry point or DCA into some of the builders into space. The builders into space. Yes, 100%, bro. 100%. So Smart DeFi right here has Smart Pi, Noma token right at the top. They're doing RWA. So if you got the Rocks token on here as well that somebody launched, you got Fake token, like I said, on a discount. Love Molly right here was creeping right back up over 500. Some good volume on this one. You got XPX right here that we're going to talk about right now, 718K market cap, holding strong, punching, giving it what it's got, everybody. And we're doing this together, which is very, very exciting. You got the Dice token, Smart BTC. You got a plethora, Noma token, like I mentioned, of projects that you guys can come and check out and support some builders in the space. Possibly some great visions that you guys can resonate with. And one that I resonate with, of course, is XPX, everybody. 73.8%. 73.86% staked. Yes, there were some sells. People feel the market. The market's scary, everybody. But that's why we got tokenomics that makes sense, everybody. This is just a buying opportunity for you in XPX because it gets fed to the liquidity. It gets fed to the staking. It gets stronger with the asset backing. And that's why even though, some people are on staking and selling and whatnot, at the end of the day, our chart is still holding very, very strong. And we're going to see, if you guys remember, when Fed token starts to rise up and these things start to go up, it's automatic. how this thing starts to feed each other. That volume is going to come in, and of course, we're going to rise right back up. But don't sell just because you're bored. Um, don't sell just because you feel like if you're done and you need it, take care of what you got to do. But don't fumble the bag just to fumble the bag. Everybody, that's why we have staking. That's a Jufification. That's a funny one. That's almost that could be a token. Yeah, it's definitely on a fire sale, and we got people, some good DCA going on and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, as long as you're building, as long as you're providing some use case, and even in this time right now, you're yeah, you're gonna have somebody. There's always one, Saphir. There's always one. But if you're always building and you're bringing out some more stuff, which we are, we got some more things coming out for everybody. Um, I don't want you guys to miss out for that, right? So far, we got crypto bill payments, we got crypto debit cards, we have staking, we have lending, we also have, which is going to be being announced tomorrow, into TG, if I'm correct. He said it is. It just came out on Soul. Yeah, it sounds funny. It sounds, crazy, memeable. That's just the space that we live in right now. So it's definitely not, out of the norm. But right here we have this, and we still got 1 day left. Two winners, $50 worth of XPX to these two winners, $100 total. We're gonna have more of these to support the community. We actually just changed our raid bot as well. Again, I think this one's gonna be feeding some stuff as well. So we'll look into that. But for the most part right now, we're going to be having some of these campaigns. Shout out to Ali. I want you guys to come to the TG. That's what you got to do. So follow, repost, tag two friends, tag one friend. It doesn't matter. Just tag some friends. Super easy because, it's even showing right here that we want you to win. We didn't even make it too difficult. Just do these steps, join the TG, get tapped in for what's going on, everybody. Give us a follow at XPX Token. XPX Can't Wait NFT. Some nice things are working, man. Some nice things are working. There's going to be, we're not going to let you guys down. I don't want to let myself down. We got a team that, the team is not one of, we don't want to be like no let down team. Like we got more utility that's solid. This is crazy because this is my actual card that he used you can see it right there, to make this. And it's pretty cool. This is not my hand though. How he made it look like that. That's why he's the magician when it comes to Marlon. But, yeah, we want to keep coming out with stuff. We got some cool things coming out. We got some nice upgrades going on right now. That's what I've been focusing on. The team has been focusing on, and there's like the barrel is getting loaded back to back. The whole chamber is being loaded. Like it's almost like a revolver in a sense because it's just like a bunch of different things just already getting loaded into that chamber to make sure that we're ready to go. And that's why I'm not sweating the market because I know the market's going to be the market no matter what. I just don't want you guys to miss out because there is going to be that moment where Feg token rallies, the market starts to rally, and we'll get to rally as well. New people will see what we're bringing in, and even if they don't do it because of the price action or they're looking at the chart, they're going to do it because of the utility we keep rolling out, everybody. So how do we know which projects are actually building versus building hype? You know, Feg Token has tangible stuff. I use the Feg Token Smart DeFi Launchpad to launch XPX. You can go to xpxpay.com right now. Go to Crypto Bill Pay. You can pay some bills in crypto non KYC. This is the project I launched on there. You guys see me pull up every single day. You can order your own card. You can hold the card. So this is actual tangible stuff because I want this project to be, long term for you guys. I want it to be long term for me because I love this market. So you definitely want to have, a piece of XPX. And I think that's a good way to start. But even meme coins have a place, though. Look, let's not take anything away from meme coins, right? Because meme coins also bring in a lot of hype and bring in adoption, right? Some of that hype does bring some level of adoption for plays like XPX, right? And that's why we even allow for people to off ramp meme coins. You can off ramp so many different cryptocurrencies on multiple blockchains, but we cannot disregard the power of meme coins as far as them bringing in hype, which is based off of just hype, right, bro? And but at the end of the day, it does bring in a level of adoption, right? We can't say that it doesn't, because that's when you have everybody saying, "How do I buy Doji coin?" How do I how do I buy Dodgy coin? So that's when we have that stuff happen, right? So definitely take advantage of that. You guys can go right through this really easily. That's how easy it is, and you'd be 4 more steps. You're done. The type of cryptocurrency, you scan the QR code, and you're basically done. But we need some of those as well. We can pick up some tokens. We got to pick up some of them, broski. We got to, Matthew. I want you to win, brother. We've done good on meme coins. I launched a utility play with an amazing, team, and now we got a great community that supports us. But we support meme coins on this show because they do bring in hype, bro. They bring adoption in. Like, TK comes from a meme coin. He's our community lead. A lot of the people that we get to meet and stuff like that um, come from essentially, some of the meme coins and stuff like that. It's up to you to find those communities that really want to take it all the way. I'm going to post this link right here for Ali as well. Um, Definitely get XPX, man. This is Ali right here. April 3rd, everybody. Shill the beans, everybody. Before just aping and engage with the team and community, teams that build, stay active in any market. I agree, Jeff. I agree. I mean, grinding nonstop, brother. Grinding nonstop. Nonstop building. I don't care what the market's doing. Yep. I appreciate that too, man. I mean, there's a lot of truth behind that. So come show Ali some love. Come over here and give him a follow at Shill the Beans, everybody. Bro's been growing this platform right here. There's some nice things going on. A lot of projects pull up. Co-founder of XPX, man. So doing some things over there and letting people know about XPX, Smart DeFi, your guys' project, your favorite project. And that's what we're going to keep doing. Let's get to some of the DGen part of the show that we love, right? Here goes, excuse me, that meta pulling back right here. This is the meta that we talked about that was kind of hyping things up. I mean, this animation company almost wanted to get people in trouble now because people were having too much fun with it. I was like, oh my God, don't get greedy with it now, because everybody was, basically using this. Love Dubo vid did with rocks. Shout out, shouted out is mindset reset. This alien is something else. 100%, 100%. 100%, bro. Building nonstop. Building nonstop. So here goes these plays that we've seen. It became this meta, this type of style right here. We're going to see that for a little bit. But let's go to some of the projects that we recognize. I want to go to Move.Ak really quick just to show you guys even the projects getting the most hype are going through some kind of pullback, okay? Like even the projects that have the most oomph, the projects that got the most attention right now, you know, people are paper handing these things, so a lot of the market is feeling this overall pullback and stuff like that, right? The Eye on B&B has a product too. It's coming out next week. The free version is out. What is the product? What is the product that they're releasing? So they changed this on Mubarak, which is interesting. Oh, okay. B&B train. Man, let's make the B&B chain great again. Let's spread it everywhere. They got the test token up in there. That's interesting. Pretty interesting if you ask me. Look at this. So this one's even on a discount. 87. It didn't hold the $100 million market cap like we talked about. Notice that. So even the natural support that it could have held and continued to consolidate, we lost it. Even with all the hype around this one, even with all how big it is, this is happening. That nobody's being excused from the pullback, everybody. Look at this thing. This stuff blew up, man. I can't believe I haven't seen a version of me yet. AI learning algorithm to help trading crypto. Nice. Okay. Look at this. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, that's good. That was good. Okay, that was good. This is how the pullback got everybody feeling. I don't know if that's what they're saying. We'll see what the context is. But for me, this is how the pullback got everybody feeling. Okay, let's get to work. So many people leave, been sending me negative images, but I believe none of us want to give up and end up working for those kangaroos. Let's do this together. See, he's riding, fell off. Yeah, I mean, people get negative, right? Like, what's with the negativity? What's with that? Ooh, that looks cool. That's a NFT 100% right there. Yeah, it gets all negative. Look at these. Oh, these are awesome. These are pretty cool. So simple but cool, right? Look at this. Listed everywhere. Listed everywhere. Amazing. All positive things, but markets have to do what the markets got to do. They got to breathe. Where are they at right now? Okay, still going up from that nice little pump. Still moving up, right? We've seen that like almost bottomed out. Just taking a peek over here. You guys know why. Looking like a nice little runner right here. Ooh, very nice. She's a runner. She's a track star. Let's see. Because this is a pretty long downtrend. We're not going to front run this, but if it can cross this 50 moving average, it'd be a trade in here. Could be a little runner all the way up here. If it gets rejected, we could be seeing a little bit more pullback, everybody. I'm just checking on the market for everybody. We got to keep our fingers on the pulse because, when BTC pulls back, it pulls everything back. There's a little extra pullback can be due to BNB pulling back, and people get scared. They see the market caps pull back, they sell some more. We see it on some of the greatest projects, and it happens. Look at BNB's pulling back, so man, people get scared in the BNB plays. Don't be scared, okay? Don't worry. Only put in what you're willing to lose. But if hey, it's your money. You guys know what you guys got to do, right? The markets are not over though. That's for sure. This thing's not over. I don't want this stuff getting the best of you. That's for sure. We're just gonna go to Arrow, but you guys pulled up pretty strong. Hopefully you guys are still in here. We'll check out Captain BNB. We'll look at this I token, the I Arrow Bud right here at 6.4 million. Why? Well, ETH pulled back, everybody. ETH now well underneath 2K. So when ETH pulls back, so does Arrowbud because it's wrapped to it. See that? Wrapped ETH. Wrapped base. This thing's on the base chain, which is ETH, right? But these guys are not slowing down. We got Toasty Sheep Nuts pulling up. We had a good number of the community pull up. Say hashtag Arrowbud. What's up, Rico? Stuff like that. It ain't about how hard you get hit. But it's about how hard you can get hit and keep getting up. I rock with you guys so much. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Isn't it? That's what it's all about, everybody. Can we keep getting back up? Absolutely. 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 Great communities, great people. That's a W. That's just a W. Is there some work to do? Yeah, and there's also some work to do for the overall market. Are there a lot of positive things that has happened for cryptocurrency as a whole? Yes, and yes, it hasn't moved the market completely. And they keep saying tariffs, tariffs, or recession, and they scare us and stuff like that. But overall, this market, no matter what, goes up eventually. And if you got a good project, great builders, it really has the opportunity to do the same thing. It really, really does. Let's go to the eye. You're saying the eye. Is it a top trending one? Let's see if we see it right at top. Bro said the eye, the eye. The eye. Okay. 26 days ago. Okay, this is fresh. There's an eye right here. AI powered real time chart analyzer. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Okay, it had a. That's a healthy chart. Look at that. That's not on a daily chart. 4 hour. Okay. Shook everybody out. Everybody went through their test of their consolidation. And next thing you know, people are saying, "Oh my God, why is it pumping now? What's going on? What's changed?" I said, "No, nothing's changed. You just got shooken out. You got shooken out." Okay, the eye right here. Snipe these trades right here, right? Pew, pew. Snipe these trades. So there's a market for this, man. Shout out to Blunt. We're probably gonna see a Blunt token soon. Okay, they got their coin ranker bot running. They got AMAs going. They're letting you know. I would like to pull up to one of their AMAs or one of their things that they're doing. I wouldn't mind digesting some information. I mean, we'll keep an eye on the eye. As far as right now, they just got to get back over $1 million market cap, and it looks like they should be able to, right? It looks like they should be able to. So something to keep an eye on, right? The eye. Merv's been holding strong. We're gonna be doing a Merv giveaway possibly tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a Merv giveaway or the day after that. We'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. So definitely tune in. Should be some decent Merv giveaways going on. I want you guys to go over there, Shill, Raid, those people that I see, going crazy over there. Be pretty good. This guy has a lot of potential. It's been consolidating for a bit, but it's going to have its chance to break out for sure. We need Solana back over 200 for all of these around that era of Solana where everybody's like, oh, look at the market cap going up. They're going to add to it because they're going to see it just going up organically because Solana goes up. So this is market cap. This is Merv the cat, everybody. Good old Merv. Good old Merv. What else? Let's see where Captain BNB's at. 4.5. That's why you got to just even Captain BNB. It's like nobody's excused. Nobody gets a hall pass to not feel when Bitcoin wants to do this. Like when Bitcoin wants to do that, the market also listens to that, right? Now, obviously, new launches are going to be doing really good. That's up to you how you're going to play those. Always be very careful, right? Because even like projects as big as Mubarak, you see that they got to go through the pullbacks. Okay. What else do we got? Not too bad. For the most part. Obviously, the strong communities are being really strong right now. If you got some favorite projects, you got some dry powder, this could be a good time to look at them, or just wait for, to see some actual bullish movement on Bitcoin, and then you'll know that the rest of the market's going to rally, right? And to me, this is about that area. This is about the area that BNB has been coming down to. This is around the same area that Solana's been coming up down to, and then kind of rattling back up to go test again. Now, obviously, it can still go lower. It can still go to that, you know, prior area, that prior resistance. That's also on the table. Is that going to happen today? Who knows? We'll see. We'll pay attention to it. We do got that happening right off the point of control, so we'll keep an eye on it. And Mubarak is listed on Binance too. It did get listed on there. No, it didn't. That's what I did? It did get listed on there, didn't it? Because that's why that Mubarak guy was wearing that. When did it get listed on there? How did that not even make it pump? What? Saphir? It could be why that guy's wearing that, right? The outfit. This is the Binance outfit. So yeah, I mean, we gotta wait for the markets to turn up. I mean, even those listings are. Oh yeah, look at Coinbase right here. Oh, this was yesterday. Even on Coinbase, wow, that's impressive. Sheesh. Shout out to. Oh, yeah, here it goes. Okay, no. Okay, we seen these. We seen these. It is gonna be for sure, but this is on Coinbase. What? Yep, here goes right here. Yesterday. Wow, amazing. And the broccoli got listed on there. The tutorial token got listed on there, and banana. The banana one got listed on there as well too. I knew that banana was special. It was two. It was two banana. Wow. Look at that. We called it. We called it though. So it's not done. Wow. That's so cool. We're just watching these things happen together. It's actually pretty nice to see this happening. Sees these dogs. This is a whole new era to bring this in. So really cool. We should raid all these communities. Even the banana got listed. Wow, I knew that banana was interesting, man. I was like, that banana is too cute, man. It was. What's the other one? Broccoli. Wow. Congratulations to these communities as well. That is a huge feat right there. So, man, the other ones just got to keep going. Like, what's up with like Captain B and all these other ones? That could happen. Man, that's pretty inspiring, actually. That is pretty inspiring. Wow. Congratulations, everybody, from these communities. That's so cool. That is very cool. Very cool. All right, you know what? That's some good news right there, right? There's Binance listings happening, CZ cooking up more stuff for the markets for the BNB chain, and that's exciting for Feg Token. Excited, of course, for XPX. Those that are bullish on on BNB, we see BNB trending almost all the time now, and even with these listings, you're seeing that they got to go through a pullback as well, right? Isn't that interesting? You would think listing they would go automatically higher and things have been a little bit backwards. And that's just, the markets have to do what the markets have to do. So let these markets kind of just evolve and pay attention to them. But I'm sure that Mubarak and all these projects are most likely going to see some new all time highs. Most likely not tonight, probably not tomorrow, but let this thing evolve over time and they'll be looking pretty good because that was a lot of listings back to back. That gives me old school BNB vibes. Even before they got stuck up, BNB was not always so stuck up about listing projects. It got stuck up later on when they seen what the power that they actually had. So we'll see. They'll probably be listing more projects. That's cool for the Binance Gorilla, right? Feg token, maybe even who you know. XPX can list it on Binance. Win Binance, Saphir. Win Binance. This is becoming a reality now. So really cool to see. And just showing you the potential of the market where most people, know that Binance was not allowing listings like this now. Now they're listing several meme coins right away. So a lot of opportunity on the table for communities to stand up and make some noise and for people to get some great positions on great projects. I want you guys to have a fantastic weekend, everybody. I really appreciate, everybody pulling up to another episode of Show Me Your Gems, all the projects that yep, even Banana got listed. All the projects that continuously pull up, everybody that supports XPX. I see you guys, I hear you guys. I really do truly appreciate it. And we'll climb out of these markets together, everybody. So Binance soon, AD. That's what it feels like. If they're listing everything else, I mean, this is giving me old school BNB vibes. That's kind of amazing if you guys ask me. So anything is possible, everybody. Anything is possible. So let's make it happen together. We just got to grow the community and make some noise, and people will definitely pay attention. So have a fantastic weekend. Like, comment, and subscribe if you guys can't do that. Continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time.